Good morning, my darlings. Welcome to a new vlog. We are up in the dressing room and it is a tip in here. So anything that you can see in the background, I think I've hidden it quite well with my strategic positioning. I apologize. Today it's going to be a one-day vlog because Charlie and I are heading to Spain tomorrow for a work trip, and it's actually for Charlie's work, which is really nice. So I get to just, I'm not going to say relax because the Thursday, Friday I will still be working, but in an amazing place. And then, yeah, we've got some really fun things planned. So can't wait to bring you along to that. Therefore, today is all about getting my ducks in a row for that trip. We're going away just for 3 nights. But honestly, I pack the same for 3 nights or a week because you still need the same beauty products. You still need your SPF, your hair things, your outfits, maybe a couple less outfits, but it's all the same to me. I thought we could have a little chit chat while I get ready for today. And I have, I've got quite a few new beauty products from going to meetings and events, and I think now is the time. I guess, you know, we've had the summer solstice and I think a lot of brands are really launching their core summer collections. I am spoilt for choice when it comes to SPFs to use today. I've got here in my hand Sun Layer, I think is the, it's the sun protection range from Sicily, which is such a luxurious collection. I've actually got a few beauty products from them to try as well. This is a really fantastic one for under makeup. It's also got anti-aging skincare in it, photo correction, preventing dark spots. When I'm away, this is the one that I'll be using because of that high level of protection. UVA, UVB, and dark spots is something that I'm concerned with. I actually had one from sun exposure. I think it was probably when we went to the Maldives in January. I actually can't remember what SPF I was wearing. Ooh, I won't name and shame. You can go back to the Maldives vlog if you want to see which SPF I was using on that trip. But long story short, it didn't prevent me from getting dark spots. And I had one here pretty much for 4 or 5 months, and it didn't bother me that much. But I guess if you get loads of them, you sometimes get them on your hands as well because they're obviously quite exposed, then it's just pigmentation. It's a sign of aging. It is a sign that you have got a little bit of sun damage, so I want to prevent that where possible. I'm going to put this down my neck too. It could get up to 28 degrees even here in the UK today. It's unlike me to actually be in the country for a UK heatwave. Normally any of my friends, they ask when I'm going on holiday so that they know to not go on holiday because they know that that'll be when the UK heatwave is. If you've watched my vlogs for the past few years, you'll know that I always say when I'm on a holiday. Typical, because it's scorching at home. I think it is going to be nice while we're away, but I digress. So that's factor 50. You're meant to reapply every couple of hours, which I will do when I'm abroad, but I think for today here in the UK, although it's going to be toasty, it's also just lovely packaging. So yeah, today's going to be getting bits ready for holiday. I've had my pampering shower, put in some deep conditioner, and I'm heatless curling. Had my hair curled with a hot tong yesterday, and I haven't used heat on my hair in a while. It reminded me that it really does look so nice when you do it properly with a hot tong, and it did last a really long time. But I just don't want to be using heat every day, so there we go. By the way, I've just got a top up of this. This, I think, might have been the secret to how I actually overcame the dark spot that was on my face. This is the 𝑭𝒊𝒏𝒅 𝑏io facial oil from Pi. I've just got a top up. Rosehip is so powerful, such a mega antioxidant. Like, we all know how good vitamin C is for our skin, for tone and texture and brightening. This is like a mega strength antioxidant, so it's got all of those benefits. Rosehip is so renewing, so regenerative, and it's just the loveliest product. I like to apply this in the evenings, and I think this was pretty much the secret to my dark spot going away. So if you like a little bit of facial massage, if you also want to support a nice British brand, Pi is such a lovely brand. They've got their HQ in London, and actually it's all in one building, so where the products are created, to the marketing team, customer service, they're all together, and it's just a really gorgeous brand. I can't wait to hopefully try more from them and yeah, share a little bit more about them because they really are just so lovely. But I don't put that on before makeup, so I'll leave that there. They've also got an illuminating sunscreen. This is SPF 30, and do you know what? I'm actually going to put some of this on as well because it's such a nice glowy base. It's got the teeny weeniest little bit of coverage. And considering the ingredients are so lovely, it doesn't leave a white cast on your face. It just leaves your skin with a really nice glow. So I normally leave my SPF on for 15 minutes while I potter about, just to let it kind of sink in before I put my makeup on. So that's what I'm going to do today, and I'm going to have a blitz tidy up of this room while my SPF sinks in. I'm also quite peckish, haven't eaten anything yet today, and it's nearly 10. That's not great, so I'm going to go downstairs and see if I can make myself a quick avocado toast. Well, terribly boring. I don't have any avocados left, so my breakfast is going to be a smoothie that I made a couple of days ago. Very, very boring. So I have no exciting breakfast to share with you, although I am very much a creature of habit when it comes to doing my avo toast. So instead, I'm going to show you how I do the dog's breakfast. Because Dexy is looking at me, and to be fair, sorry my child, it is half an hour later. If any of you guys have got dogs, please tell me, do your dogs run like clockwork? Because I get the look. I get Dexter sitting, positioning himself subtly within my eye line, just looking at me like, mother, it is time for me to take my morning breakfast. He's so set in his routines. He's so like his father, my Dexy. Everything has got to be a certain way. We know what Dexter's like. It is Dexter's 10th birthday on Saturday. When you guys are watching this, it will have been Dexter's 10th birthday a few days before you watch this video. And sausage dogs, thankfully, they are a breed that live many, many healthy years. But I think that there are certainly things that, as a dog owner who is maybe a little bit too in love with my dogs, like, I think it's a little bit crazy how much I'm obsessed with my babies. You guys have seen so much evidence of this, but I just want to do everything. I don't want to get upset, but I want my babies to live a long and healthy and happy life. Don't. So I just want to ensure that I am doing everything in my power to make my babies happy and for them to be healthy. And I mean, look at him, he's glossy, he's full of beans as my little 10-year-old baby. So that does link in very carefully to the food that Charlie and I choose to give Dexy and Dicky. Dicky's 8, Dexy is now 10. So we've given them really good quality food their entire lives, but ever since we heard about Different Dog, we've not looked back. Different Dog, in my opinion, is the top level of food you can possibly give your dogs. If we understand how the quality of the food that we as humans eat has a direct impact on our health, then of course it makes sense that the same goes for our pets. You want to be eating a grass-fed beefsteak rather than a beefsteak from a cow that's eaten kind of chemical concoctions all of its life, and it therefore has lived a happier and healthier life. So that's something when it comes to, if you're a meat eater, if you are vegetarian or you eat a lot of plants. Charlie and I are not vegetarians, but we do eat plant-based maybe 4 or 5 times a week. We like the veggies to be the star of the show, and sometimes a little bit of meat as well, but the quality of where the food comes from and the fact that a lot of 90% of what we eat is homemade, that's really, really important to us from an ethical point of view, but also from understanding the health benefits. And I talk about that quite a lot here on the channel, but it's the same for dog food. I don't want to be giving my babies ultra-processed dog food that's, you know, the worst bits of meat, that's, you know, full of weird ingredients to bulk it out and things like that. And sadly, that is what the vast majority of dog food and cat food on the market is. It's ultra-processed, and it's like us eating packeted microwave meals every day. We're not going to be healthy if that's our diet, and it's the same for our doggies. So a Different Dog, it's different. It is essentially homemade. Like, I just like to imagine a team of grannies in a kitchen preparing this dog food. I'm sure it's a lot more sophisticated than that, but that is what I have in mind. It's real ingredients. Sometimes I look at their food and honestly I'm a little bit jealous. This is it says this is 100% British lamb, hand cooked with parsnips, red cabbage, carrot and a pinch of sage. How divine does that sound? I would quite happily have that for my lunch. So the lamb hot pot is one of their favourites, and the way that this works is you get a box, I think around once a month. Ours comes once a month, and then you pop these in your freezer when you need a new one. What I normally do is I pop 2 in the fridge, because once they're open and defrosted, they last about 5 days. It is fresh dog food, so don't let it get much longer than that. We pop a couple in the fridge, we allow it to defrost, and then I will get one out of the fridge like I have done this morning. This is the braised beef, 100% British beef, hand cooked with spinach, squash, mushrooms, and a pinch of parsley. Mouth-watering. I get it out the fridge in the morning. Our fridge runs very cold, and I don't think they like it too cold, so I let it come up to room temperature, and then I serve it in their bowls. And well, let's just do it together and I'll carry on chatting. I would also love to know if anyone else has a specific dog fork. I think when I was younger, me being a really picky child, I didn't like the idea that it was actually cat food back in the day. We had a cat as well as dogs when I was growing up, and this was the cat fork, probably, and the dog fork, but I didn't like the idea of a fork that I was using for my food being the same fork that we used for the pet food. So we've always just had this one particular fork, I know this is so weird, that is the dog fork. So I've had this fork for over 30 years. How hilarious is that? We probably used to have a full set, but now I've just got the one. So I use my dog fork and pop it in their bowls. They love the lamb, they love the turkey, they love the perfect picnic, which I think is like, I think that's like a ham or something. And I don't want to be too gross and show you dog food up close. This would be gross if it was one of these mass brands, but you can literally see like the carrots in here, you can see the meat, you can even see a little bit of the herbs in there. And just like I like to supplement, I also supplement for my babies. This is the goat, so it's 100% natural goat's milk topper. And I wish they would do a human version of this. It helps with digestion, immune boosting, it adds hydration, so really important at this time of year when it's so hot outside and I have to literally lead Dickens to the water bowl. Protects their joints, and it's a delicious addition for fussy pups. So if I don't add this onto the food, sometimes they take their sweet time. Bring you up again. Sometimes they take their time and they're like, oh, I'll take my breakfast in 20 minutes, mummy. But again, at this time of year, I need them to eat it really quickly because it's fresh. You wouldn't want your dinner sitting on the table for 20 minutes, and I don't want Dexter and Dickens' breakfast or dinner sitting out for 20 minutes. I want them to eat it straight away. And this makes it irresistible for them. They absolutely love how this tastes. So if you have got a fussy doggy, especially if you're giving your dog healthier dog food, then I highly recommend this. I believe the discount code that we have got for Different Dog gets you 40% off your first couple of boxes, and then it's just such an amazing thing to not have to worry about. You don't need to worry about running out of dog food. You've got it in your freezer. If you find that you're running low, you can top it up. So I'll leave a discount code linked on the screen here and down below if you want to really switch up your dog food game. So, win-win! Dicky, breakfast! Shall I reveal something really embarrassing? I do have songs for most parts of the dog's routines, and I don't know if it's a song, but I have a saying for when it's food time. I think it's very clever. So I say, shall I sing it? Is that a bit embarrassing? I'll sing it really quietly. Break, break for my deck deck, or din din for my Lin Lin. Because I call Dickens Lin. Anyway. Break, break for my deck deck. Get on in. What's mummy got for you? Break, break for my deck deck. Din din for my Lin Lin. Here he comes, he's heard the song. Break, break for my deck deck. Din din for my Lin Lin. I have found that their appetites are not quite so strong when it's really warm. Dexy's really considering. Oh yes, there we go. There we go. Just takes you a little bit of time to realise what delicious treats mummy's served. Are we licking our lips, Dicky? Good boy. They really love this goat supplement. It's been such a game changer. So the dogs have officially eaten better than I have this morning, but honestly that is the order of priority in this household. Always make sure the babies are fed first. So this one, it is solid. I only got it out the freezer this morning. I will leave this actually on the 𝑭𝒂𝒕, even though the 𝑭𝒂𝒕 is turned off, just so that it comes to room temperature. Normally I'm a bit more organized and I have 2 in rotation, so there's always 1 defrosted, but that'll be fine. That'll defrost by tonight. And then at lunchtime, we only give them 2 meals a day, but at lunchtime I will give them a TREAT, and even the TREATs on a different dog are also healthy. So these are the fish sticks made from 100% white fish skin for a satisfying crunch. These are definitely healthier than the treats that I personally consume, because there are no weird ingredients in this, and it even gives me a nutritional analysis, how much protein's in here, how much crude, fat, moisture, fiber. Honestly, these are so healthy. If I liked fish, I think I would be snacking on these too. And you can add treats and also doggy bone broth into your different dog boxes, which we do because they love bone broth, and it's just so good for them, especially my, I don't want to say elder, but my not tiny little puppy children. Right, time for my smoothie, time to clean the dog fork. Somehow you can see more mess behind me now. I don't know how that has happened, but I'm gonna quickly do my makeup and I'll just carry on having a little chat with you, because I feel like the last few vlogs I have been here, there and everywhere, so I just don't feel like we've really caught up lately. So let's do that. First of all, I want to know who's watching Love Island. Are we watching it? Are we so bored of it? Apparently it's a good one this year. And I say that even though I am watching it, because I've actually only watched 3 episodes. I am like 10 days at least behind, because I only found out that I would find it interesting like a week after it started, so then I started to download it. I do download the ITV app and pay for it during Love Island, because then you can download the episodes and you don't get adverts, and for me that's just so worth it. It's like YouTube Premium, and it shocks me how many people don't know about YouTube Premium. Sometimes I see comments down below, people saying, Josie, there were so many ads in this video. I'm really sorry, but my videos are long, so YouTube do put more ads in them. I have very little to no control over that, and also I don't realise, because I have YouTube Premium, so I never see anybody's adverts, and I don't see my own adverts when I watch my videos back. And I also am able to download YouTube videos, so if you go on the tube or if you go on a plane or something, it just means you can download videos. I also use my YouTube downloads for like saving things like you would on Instagram, so anything that's maybe a really good recipe that I like, or like a really informative video, then I will save them, I will download them. And like workout videos as well. Sometimes you go to a hotel abroad and maybe they don't have certain things in the gym. I've got loads of resistance band workouts downloaded on YouTube, so I don't need any internet to watch them. So if you've not got YouTube Premium and you really enjoy watching YouTube videos, I would definitely recommend that. By the way, I'm using the Tropic Liquid Radiance, which I just absolutely love. It's a really nice foundation that I never hear anyone talking about, but it's such beautiful ingredients, really nice formula, adaptogen serum foundation, and I just feel like it makes me look so healthy. I don't actually know what shade I've got. Oh, 3. I've got shade 3. I could probably do with a shade darker, especially with the holidays coming up, but I would always recommend and rather that my foundation is my skin colour and then I add bronzer, as opposed to the foundation ever being too dark, because that can look a bit unnatural. I think I've digressed a million times. I was originally talking about Love Island. So I'm very behind, but apparently it's a good year. I'm enjoying it so far. It's as scandalous as ever. Would I ever, even in my youth, have gone on it? Absolutely not. But really interestingly, when I was in France on that trip to Aix-en-Provence, a few of the girls that were there had been on Love Island, and it was so fascinating talking to them, and they just kind of confirmed my fears that the producers can make you look however they want you to look. So if they want you to be the cute girl next door that everyone fancies, when maybe that's not the case, they can edit people's conversations and reactions and facial expressions to make you look that way. they would actually ask people to go in and have certain conversations, even if they didn't want to have that conversation, to portray them in a certain way. They would chop up sentences to make it look like there were awkward silences or weird looks, when actually that didn't happen. So anything like that, although it looks so real, please remember that there are producers involved, and it's portrayed so much more dramatically than it is in real life. That was the Code 8 Seamless Cover Concealer, just because I'm a bit puffy still this morning, I think, from my hectic London day. I just need something to wake up my face. So yeah, I take it with a pinch of salt, and I think from the AI video that I shared here on the channel last week, you can see that as much as I believe that you can see authenticity, like so many of you said that you knew something was up straight away, which I'm glad, because I like to think that AI is not foolproof and you can see through it. This is the first time I'm using this. This is called Phyto Touche. It's a Sun Glow Bronzing Gel Powder from Sisley. Had such a nice delivery from them recently, and I feel like a gel powder sounds exactly what I want for a really nice natural glow. And this colour, it doesn't have any shimmer in it, so it's nice for just bringing the warmth into the complexion. Already I love it. That is such a nice finish. So yeah, I watch Love Island with a pinch of salt. I watch it almost imagining that they're actors rather than thinking that they're real people. But I am enjoying it, and especially because I just download it, I watch it on the train, I watch it, I just have it kind of playing in the background, whereas normally I would have people's YouTube videos on in the background. I feel like I am behind with quite a few of my favourite YouTubers. A lot of people, I'm impressed with that, that's so nice, that's going in my travel makeup bag. A lot of people that I follow online are talking about, I don't even like saying it, it's something that I've avoided talking about personally for goodness knows how long, but I think if there is ever a time to talk about it, then it's now. Tattle, the horrible, horrible website that was created. I actually don't even know if I want to talk about it. It's, for those that do not know about it, bless your soul. You are pure. You don't need to know about it, so just skip. Some people will have heard about it, some people will have only heard about it, oops-a-daisy, recently because of what's been going on. Long story short, it's a horrible website where the worst kinds of people in the world go and write things about people they've never met, people that put their lives on the internet and celebrities, and they make up the nastiest, cruelest, most untrue things about these people that they don't know, and they have this forum where they just fester in their nastiness. And this has got, that was the Rare Beauty blusher, by the way, in the shade Hope. I pop it on the back of my hands and then pop it on my face. These things, some of the trolls, we'll just call them what they are, might be thinking, oh, but it's just words online, it doesn't mean anything. Well, actually, let's take my personal threads as an example. I had been made aware of them because of a safety point of view. I had never, ever, ever checked them personally. Actually, I will confess, I did check my Tattle when we had the hacking, because I wanted to know if anyone on that website was saying like, haha, I've hacked Josie, and I thought maybe someone might be showing off about it, but actually people were just saying she's faking it for attention, which I thought was funny but not funny. So that was the only time I checked it. And also, while we're just being totally honest about it, I asked a friend of a friend to check it before our wedding, just to check that there weren't any plots to ruin our special day. Turns out there were people planning things, so we had to hire extra security for our wedding because of plots on Tattle. Also, doxing is something that you will commonly see happening on this horrible website. People have shared our exact address, floor plans of my house. Do we think that's a good, safe idea? No, it's not a good idea. And did that make me feel great and safe in my very own home? No. I also had actually, let's not go into it. Let's just say it has impacts beyond bitchiness on a website. These people even tried to get my Soho farmhouse and my Bamford memberships revoked. Like, come on. It was just sad. But it gets a little bit weird when I find out through well-meaning people that people are posting pictures of my car, pictures of me when I'm out shopping, and I'm not choosing to share those moments, but people are plotting out my weekly routine, therefore letting criminals essentially know when my house is vacant. This is really unsafe and stupid things to do. So the reason I'm mentioning this, and I've never mentioned it before, aside from once during 2020, I had to mention it then because I was, first of all, just really shocked with how horrible people were, and I was trying to share some ideas of how you could put that energy into better uses, like getting a hobby, learn a new language instead of spending your time on horrible internet forums. It's very sad, and I feel sad for people that have taken the time to write on these forums, because I think you have to be in a really, really bad place and feel very awful about yourself in order to then project that onto someone that you've never met before. So I do deeply just, oh my god, look at my hands. Look like I'm having a reaction, but actually I just rubbed the blusher together. Need to go and wash them in a second. Yeah, I just feel sad for these people, because as someone who is generally a very happy person and confident in myself and my business and what I'm doing, I just would never dream of writing this kind of stuff about other people on the internet. I can't quite imagine what goes on in your mind to want to write these sorts of things. I guess I'll just never be able to relate. However, the reason that I'm choosing to mention it now is because a couple from Northern Ireland, the Irish accent is just the best, isn't it? They had got horrible threads written about them on this website, and they thought, no, I will not tolerate this. And so they took this horrible website to court. And previously, nothing had ever really been able to happen because no one could figure out who owned the website. The posters on this website are/were anonymous, as was the founder. Turns out it's a guy called Sebastian Bond. He used to pretend, he was pretending that he was a lady named Helen McDoodle or something. Turns out it's a guy called Sebastian Bond. He has now been sued for hundreds of thousands of pounds for damages, and that has started a domino effect. If you ever write something online anonymously, it's just stupid. It's never going to remain anonymous. The internet is not an anonymous place. And what did the judge say? It's a day of reckoning for the owner of the website and also the posters. So if anyone, I know you guys are lovely and won't have done this, but anyone that might have written something slanderous or defamatory or have doxed someone or me on this website, unfortunately, we are now able to get the information of these people, get their names, their addresses, their email addresses, and from that, it's also very easy to find out their employer's details. So just as people chose to write to brands when they felt that I was a horrible person and tell them why they shouldn't work with me, I wonder how it might feel if the tables are turned and if I got the information of the people that took photos of my car, shared the details of my address, shared lies about me and my personal life and my family, and shared threats on there, told me that they wished I'd die of cancer, things like that. I wonder how they would feel if I just dropped their employer an email letting them know. I wonder. Yeah, it's just an interesting one. I'm talking to lots of other influencers and content creators about what we're going to do, the strategy, and obviously I'm not a tit-for-tat person. I did find out how the hacking happened, and I could have got seriously legal and taken this person to court and gone to town on them. I actually chose not to for personal reasons I won't go into, but I chose not to because I'm a nice person and I don't like to spread that kind of negativity. But the amount of stress that this website secondhand has actually caused me and my business, my husband, my family over the years, it does make me think I want to do something about this. And obviously people are now rushing. By the way, this is the new 𝑭𝒊𝒏𝒅 Luminizing Face Enhancer. Not only is it so beautiful, but it's just such a gorgeous glow. I'll show you properly. It's a powder, but it just looks so natural. Another one that's definitely coming with me on holiday. Lost my train of thought. Yeah, obviously when the news came out that it was all no longer anonymous and that we could now get the information, a lot of people rushed to delete what they'd said on this website, but thankfully we were one step ahead and we downloaded everything, got screenshots, got PDFs of all the forums, so we've got all the evidence that we need, and we've got the information of the people. So yeah, it's just kind of deciding what we do with that information. There is kind of this group of influencers and legal advisors and journalists that are getting together to work through all of the information that we've got, figure out the damages, what we can sue for. So it's an interesting time. The tables have turned. It's not something that I take pleasure in, take joy in whatsoever, but I know that lots of you have become aware of this website recently and are rightfully really shocked that these kinds of people exist. So I guess, what would you do in my situation? Would you go after these people? Would you sue them? Would you tell their employers? Would you just let them know that you know? I worry that I've not gone through all of the personal information, but is it people that I know? I know some people I have met, because some of the things that they've shared, they've literally been like stood right next to me and then taken a picture and shared it online, so I know I've chatted to some of these horrible people. So yeah, it's just a really interesting time, something that a lot of influencers are debating at the moment. What should we do with this information? Do we want to do anything? One of the main reasons why I've not mentioned this website in the past is because I didn't want to draw attention to it. I didn't want to give it any of my energy, because I truly believe that where you place your energy is really important, and I didn't want to give any energy to this, and I'm still half of that mindset, and I'm sure a clip of this will probably end up on another website, although you'd be really stupid to carry on writing this horrible stuff online, given that anonymity is very obviously not a thing anymore. But I'm sure people are really nervous that I'm going to contact their employer, and yeah, I still might do, but let me know your thoughts. I'm really intrigued to hear what would you do if you've ever written anything horrible about anyone online and you feel like you're a new person, you've seen the errors of your ways. If you're open to confessing that down below, then like share how you're feeling right now. I think it's just an interesting conversation. So yeah, that's been a big chat recently. I've forgotten to do eyeshadow. Really impressed with that bronzer and that blusher. That's such a nice combination. And this highlight, I forgot how good this is. It's really premium, but it's such a nice one. I do like this Estee Lauder palette, but I do go for the most boring shade within it. Okay, I've been filming for 16 minutes. That's far longer than I normally spend doing my makeup. So I'm gonna finish my smoothie and brush my teeth before doing my lips. And then I've got some really nice things in my wardrobe that I want to try on with you ahead of deciding whether I'm gonna take them with me for our upcoming holidays. Work trip, then holiday. Okay, the time has come to release the hair. It's only been up for about an hour, so we'll see if it's done anything. Did I mention that we have got Jake here today? So we're shooting some reels and capturing some garden content, seeing as my June gardening jobs did so well randomly on TikTok. Mildly successful on Instagram, but really successful on TikTok. I thought I would get ahead and film the July one today. Can't believe it's nearly July. We're gonna have to start thinking about Christmas soon. That is crazy. We have actually already started thinking about Christmas, putting a few plans in place, but I shall not reveal too much. I know this looks weird, but I'm just gonna leave them to sit like this for a few seconds. Lip liner, I'm going to use Lulu by Swede. And then I have got something else from my lovely PR delivery from Sicily. This is a lip and cheek colour cloud in the shade Rosy, and I thought the colour looked rather perfect. Unfortunately, I have dropped this camera a few times lately, and I think the focus, it's not shifting. So if I try and show you up close, it just doesn't work. I have to try and figure out where to stand, where the focus is actually on my face. But the colour is really, really pretty. It's a kind of classic English rose colour, I would say. I'm going to just leave my hair for another few seconds before I brush it out, because I can feel that it's still a little bit damp from my shower this morning. So I'll just quickly show you my dress. Quite possibly the Yellowstone effect, but I'm just loving denim dresses at the moment. This one is quite a relaxed kind of shift dress style. Really, really pretty, with the bow detail just giving it that little feminine touch. So this is what I'm going to wear for the July gardening jobs video, and I do tend to garden a lot in my 𝑭𝒂𝒐 barefoots. These are, I think they're called, these are my Primus trail ones. These are probably my favourite 𝑭𝒂𝒐s at the moment. They are slip-on, so really, really quick if you're coming in and out of the house. Very, very flexible soles, so good for your feet, and just a nice neutral kind of knit colour. Slightly better, maybe not way to show you the dress, but it's a really beautiful length, and I just like the height of the neck and then the lovely bow detail here. And I've popped on these gorgeous sandals. The brand is called 𝑑𝒿 and they're just so comfortable, the perfect summer shoe. So we've shot the July gardening jobs, now it's time to get changed into another look, and I think we're going to do something focused on the beautiful hydrangeas. Okay, we have finished shooting, so you have my full attention, and I want to share with you a few outfits, a few things that I'm trying on, maybe for our upcoming trips, maybe just because they're really nice outfits for summer. Don't know about you, but the buttermilk yellow trend I think is my favourite this year, and anything butter yellow, I have another dress to share with you after this, I'm instantly drawn to. So this top, really beautiful number from the high street, and it's got this lovely little broderie detail here on the sleeves, which I think is so pretty. Also, I want to draw your attention to this. So this is my necklace from 𝑭𝒊𝒏𝒅 𝙄'𝙢, and you might remember a little while ago I went to this gorgeous event at Coombe Manor before we had our retreat there, and we were essentially creating little moulds using flowers that we'd found from the garden, and I pressed a daisy into my mould, and this is how it came out. It looks like a beautiful medallion, but if you look closely you can see that it is actually the form of a daisy. So 𝑭𝒂𝒊𝒏𝒅 has turned it into a pendant for me, and it's just so precious knowing that it's completely unique, and yeah, something that's essentially from a flower that I picked and pressed. Really beautiful. Styling wise, I have popped on this really beautiful skirt, which has got this gorgeous thick elasticated waistband. It's got pockets, it's the perfect material. I think they call it a cheesecloth material, and it's just this wonderful, super easy to wear midi length. Because it's an elasticated waistband, it is 10 out of 10 when it comes to being comfortable, and yeah, just perfect for lots of different ways of styling in the summer months. Now the footwear potentially could be a favourite, an early favourite for autumn. I don't know if they're particularly suitable for summer, but as soon as I unboxed them I just thought I need to try these out ASAP. These are the Miley flats from 𝑭𝒊𝒅. They come in loads of different patterns. You can get different coloured laces, you can get different colours, but I just thought this cable pattern was so cute. I love 𝑭𝒊𝒅. They always have really good support on the soles, really good grip, so I feel like you know, and it's like an elevated house shoe instead of wearing slippers. I think they're adorable, so I'm just styling these with a few different outfits today, seeing how they work. I know we're only just in July, so we don't need to start thinking about autumn styling, but I can already tell these are going to be a favourite. And here is the yellow dress. I'm clutching my hands here because I'm not sure if I need to shorten the straps a little bit, which is very much doable because it's just this tie detail at the back. The colour I love. I am a little afraid of flashing. I think I do need to hoik them up to round about there, but if you're after just a really easy breezy butter yellow summer dress, I think this one is gorgeous with raffia accessories. I've got the 𝑭𝒊𝒏𝒅 bag that is the perfect size. If you're not a fan of branding, you can just hold it this way round, but it's actually got a little drawstring detail. Ooh, that's where my sunglasses cloth went. Yeah, it has got the drawstring detail if you want to protect the visibility of what's inside. I don't mind having everything on display, so I just leave it tucked in, but it's the perfect size bag for summer outfits. The dress is, I would say, mid-axi. It's kind of ankle length, and it is again this beautiful cheesecloth material. I will be leaving all of these outfits linked down below, but I've styled it with my Hermès sandals. 𝑑𝒿 have got a really good affordable alternative to these, so I'll leave them linked down below. But the colour, the silhouette, this is perfect for summer holidays, so this is another one that's going straight in my suitcase. Up next, this is a real classic summer holiday outfit. Great for the warm days when you want to have your legs out but still be a little bit more smart and covered up on top. This shirt was a great buy. I got this from Zara a couple of months ago now, but just the fact that it's so loose and billowy on the sleeves means I just absolutely love it. The shorts are new though, from the high street. I feel like you just don't need to go expensive when it comes to tailored shorts. The high street has so many good ones. ones, and this is actually the belt that they came with. However, I'm going to do a little bit of a swapping situation, but this is how I've styled them for now with my driving style shoes. I think it's just such a classic kind of Hamptons, Nantucket, slightly all-America vibe. I just absolutely love big oversized striped shirt with the belt. But yeah, seeing as we've got this bag as well, I think this really adds a kind of high-end look to the outfit. So I always think if your high street pieces come with an accessory like this, that can be a bit of a telltale sign that they were in fact really affordable. So if you switch in something that looks a bit more luxurious, and bear in mind this is not from Hermes, I know it looks like it, but it was, I think I paid under £20 for this belt. I will leave it linked down below. It really just makes everything look so much more expensive. Such a good outfit hack. Look at that, instantly more fabulous. And when you add the Studio by Charlotte bag as well, that is just, yeah, absolutely love how this looks. This is the perfect summer holiday outfit. And then footwear wise as well, I do have another choice. Again from 𝑭𝒊𝒏𝒅, I got these 2 pairs new, which is why I'm excited to try them on with things. I would say these are like a sporty kind of plimsoll style, and I love the kind of weave on them. They feel very Wimbledon, very, like I think a lot of the clientele that I saw only yesterday at the Hurlingham Club, I can imagine them wearing these, turning up to your country club, ready for your game of croquet. They're very sporty, very comfortable, and I think they're totally ageless as well. I think that whether you are looking to just make your summer dress look a little bit more cool, or you're looking for something really practical that you can wear all day and still be trendy, I just think they're really nice designs. So I'll try this outfit with these as well. I apologise if you hear background music. Charlie has got questionable Alexa requests going on in the office today. Don't really know what she's playing. A long sleeve blouse seems a little OTT for this time of year, but I love this blouse. It's from Ralph Lauren, and I just love seeing how many ways I can style it. And this kind of short, this style of shorts, I thought it'd be really nice to see how they look. And I have popped on the plimsolls, I'm going to call them, but how luxurious does this look, considering these I think were £20-ish. As I mentioned, I'll leave everything linked down below because I've been forgetting to tell you where everything's from. But with the addition of the smart little belt, which is probably the best £20 I've ever spent, I've got it with white stitching as well, but this one is the more subtle tan stitching. But here's the plimsolls, and I think they just look amazing with the shorts. This is such a nice sporty chic outfit, and these are just ridiculously comfortable and quite airy as well, thanks to the knitted kind of structure on them. Big fan of this outfit. I feel like I need to book myself a visit to the Hamptons ASAP. So this next dress, I'd actually had this dress on my wish list for a little while and finally took the plunge. I just think it is such beautiful colours, such a lovely fit, so comfortable. I wonder, because the material is a little bit thicker, it's got a little bit more hold and structure to it, I wonder if this might be too warm for our upcoming holiday work trip, but it's perfect for summer days here in the UK. So if I was going to meet some friends for lunch or going shopping or just having a nice day out exploring the Cotswolds, then this is perfect. Excuse me, I hate... What is my weird thing about having that door open behind me? It's just it's the not knowing what could be lurking in the bathroom. I say I'm not scared of anything in this house, but I just have this weird thing with the doors. But anyway, back to the dress. Really perfect silhouette. It's just pinches you in ever so slightly around the waist, and it's always the perfect fit because you've got this elasticated section there. I feel like a fabulous picnic blanket. The length is lovely. You've got a little ruffle down the bottom. I'm wearing my Dita Ricci heels again, the little espadrille heels, which are definitely going in my suitcase. The actual place that we're going to in Spain is actually quite famous for their espadrilles, so I feel like this is quite perfect. And then, as always, a little raffia bag. For me, just perfect summer accessories. I actually have not started packing yet, and it's 4 o'clock, and we leave at 4 AM tomorrow, if not before, because our flight is 7:25 AM. But there's just too many other things that I want to do before I start to pack, so I'm flinging outfits towards a suitcase, and everything else I will sort out later. But yeah, this is a really gorgeous one. So I think I have shown you this dress before a little while ago, but I have been waiting to pack it for our summer holiday. I think it's just such a great summer, easy to throw on kind of dress. The top is actually knitted. It was created by the designer who used to be previously at Kering and 𝑙VMH, and she was specifically a knitwear designer. So I think that the knitted top is just makes it super comfortable, great for summer evenings, but it's also going to be a nice one for traversing from summer into autumn. Not that I want to start thinking about that just yet. Pocket detail and this lovely detail down at the bottom where it's scalloped. It's got this beautiful embroidery detail, and it's just a classic white dress, so a really easy one to wear. You don't even need to worry about styling it. Grab your basket bag and job's a good one. Again, this one I feel like you might have seen here previously, and I definitely featured it quite recently on my Instagram, but it's another one that is perfect for summer holidays because of the lightweightness of the material. It's a linen silk blend, 2 natural fibres, so if you are going somewhere really toasty, you want to look for natural fibres over anything plasticky or polyestery. Just means it's a whole lot more breathable. I love the smocked bodice, it's so comfortable, and then you've got these hand plaited straps in this beautiful floral pattern. Does it have? Yes, it does. It's got pockets as well. Just love it. The way that the pockets are going like that makes me think I've probably got this on backwards. I think I did this last time, didn't I? But I like how it looks this way around as well. Look at this material, it really is just so lovely. And this is another fail-safe. I wore this a few times over on Instagram and it received lots of love there, but I don't think it's sold out yet. This is another one that is a designer collaboration, but a lot more affordable than a full-on designer dress. And pockets, yes, you've got this lovely little tie detail at the waist and this beautiful contrast stitch. I'm really enjoying blue and white for kind of holiday vibes. It's a colour I don't normally wear blue, but this year I am drawn to it a lot more. It's probably the Nancy Meyers Nantucket vibe that's really drawing me in. I am desperate, I'm manifesting, putting it out into the universe. If anyone wants to come to Nantucket with me this summer, holla, because I'm desperate to go, especially this month is hydrangea season, so maybe I'll just go by myself. I have no issue doing that, but anyone watching wants to come, give me a shout. So yeah, just again with the same bag, same little heels, just such a versatile dress and I love it. So another perfect one. This is great for like pottering down to breakfast at a lovely hotel. So yeah, definitely coming in my suitcase. Okay, I'm literally gonna whiz through the next few outfits because you'll probably see me wearing them while we are away, but as I'm trying things on before I throw them in my suitcase, I'm gonna quickly show you as well. New dress. Can I get away with another white dress in my summer wardrobe? I just don't think you can ever have too many. I love a strapless design. I really like a good pleat detail as well. So this ticks a lot of boxes. I think the bodice and this pleated design is really nice and flattering, especially if you manage to catch a nice bit of sun. We've got pocket detail. I don't know if I'll take any other bags, but a white dress, a bag like this, I feel like that's just all you need to do for the perfect summer holiday outfit. So what do we think about this one? Do I need it? No, but do I absolutely love it? By the way, when I'm changing outfit, I'm pressing play on Love Island and I'm trying desperately to catch up. I'm going to download all of the episodes for the plane journey tomorrow, but let's find out if Harry and this lovely blonde lady are going to get told off for sneaking to the hideaway. I'm very behind. I'm trying to catch up, but yeah. Don't mind me. Oi, oi. Oi, oi. Oi, oi. What time do you call this? Another fail-safe pattern for a summer holiday dress is this beautiful blue and white floral. This is from Lovely Spirit and Grace, beautiful small independent brand based in the UK. They just have the most gorgeous designs and they very kindly got in touch saying, Josie, I think you'll love this dress, and they were so right. I might need to pinch it in just the teeny weeniest little bit so the fit is perfection, but having said that, you don't want things that are too snug when you're in a really warm country, so I think maybe actually it's perfect as it is. The length is so elegant, it's really easy to just throw on, going down for breakfast, heading out for a nice relaxed lunch. It is another perfect holiday dress. I feel like normally I don't pack enough of those kind of relaxed lunchtime dresses, but this time I'm going a little bit more glamorous for my lunch occasions. So this will be, yes, another absolutely perfect one, and another one that you don't need to worry about your accessories as long as you've got a nice basket bag. It's a perfect look. Ooh, I'm so happy with all of my holiday outfits so far. Of course, I'm going to take my gorgeous new floral dress with me. I wore this day before yesterday at the Hurlingham Club for it was meant to be a garden party themed dress code, and I wore this and I felt amazing. Had loads of compliments as well throughout the day wearing this, which is always a really nice sign. It's, you know, not a typical summer holiday dress. I find that the florals, they're more English country garden party vibe, but I absolutely love it. It feels so me, all of the different flowers. I love a square neckline and I love a skinny spaghetti strap. So yeah, this will definitely be coming with me for our trip as well. I actually think raffia bags and straw bags are just so underrated. They go with everything. They literally go with everything. I remember I was so dubious as to whether it was worth investing in this in the early days when I first got it, and now I've got it in 2 colours and I have absolutely no regrets because I really think that this basket style bag is my most used handbag style. And this one fits loads in. I took this to Royal Ascot and my goodness, I had everything I needed with me and more, and you can even fit a fairly big camera in here too if you are the photographer out of your group of pals. Okay, this dress I absolutely love. I feel like this is the ultimate in dopamine dressing. It's so joyful. I don't know whether I feel like a party balloon or a tablecloth or something like that, but whatever it is, I just love it. I love the colours, I love the pattern, I love the bow around the waist, and I love how easy this is to wear. Now, it's long sleeve, there's quite a lot of fabric, so possibly not ideal for when you're actually at your destination, but I am going to fly in this. I'm going to take this as my travel dress, pop on probably some trainers, to be honest. I think it's so versatile. As soon as this arrived, I took a few quick photos and shared them to my Instagram stories. I'll maybe pop them on the screen here. And loads of you swiped up and bought this dress, so I'm glad to see that I'm not alone in appreciating its gorgeousness. Just to show you the versatility. Yeah, this is such a nice outfit and perfect for traveling because it's comfortable, it's breezy, it's, you know, I don't like, this sounds a bit weird, I don't like too much skin on the airplane seats because I don't know if they're the most hygienic of places, so to be a little bit more covered when you're traveling I think is a great idea. But then when we get there, it'll be toasty, it's nice breathable material. I think this is perfect. Okay, a little matchy 2-piece co-ord that I genuinely need your opinions on because I'm actually 50-50. I love the fabric. I think it definitely looks a lot more premium than its very affordable high street price tag. But I often get quite self-conscious about how bloated I get, and I don't know if it's maybe just a little bit tight on my tummy area. And sometimes I think if you have that little niggle of doubt in your mind, then maybe it's just going to be that thing in the bottom of your suitcase that never gets worn. Maybe the top with a different skirt. I love the spaghetti straps, I love the fabric, I love the beaded detail. And it is a really lovely, affordable set. The colour, this light pink, is stunning. And yeah, it's very, very pretty. It is a nice holiday outfit. Maybe I won't cut the tags off, but I will take it in my suitcase. Is that naughty? I don't know. But if I don't wear it, then it's not naughty. But the retailer just won't know that it happens to have flown 3 hours away and back again. What do we think? I think I'm just going to take it with me and we'll see. This is another kind of outfit that I absolutely love for holidays, especially for going down for breakfast. I know it seems silly just to plan outfits for breakfast, but I'm still mentally in my pajamas, but I want to wear something that's chic. So this is perfect. It would also be perfect as a travel day outfit. So maybe this could be my traveling home outfit. Trousers are an elasticated waistband, a little bit sheer. I can see my dark underwear through them. Square neckline, which I love. Spaghetti straps, which I love. I think the top, ooh, no pockets. I think the top can be styled with other things. I've got another skirt I might try it with. But I love the little pom-pom details at the bottom of the trousers too. I think they're really sweet. This is probably not the kind of outfit that I'd wear in the UK, but it's a style that I really like. So nice to bring out outfits like this for summer holidays. And it's got really sweet detail on it. The kind of embroidery on here feels, yeah, it feels like nightwear, loungewear, but it's just a really cozy but cute thing to wear when you are enjoying your morning coffee on the balcony. That's the vibe. Okay, this has served to show the versatility of the top. However, I'm not loving this top and this skirt together. I think this skirt will be really nice for late summer holidays when you're starting to lean into those, I'm going to use the A word again, those autumnal colours. But I don't think it's right for an early July trip. I think it's just giving a little bit too much bronze, too much autumn, but the fabric is really nice. So I think I will hang on to this ready for late summer styling when the temperatures are still warm, but you want to start leaning into those kind of muted burnt oranges, terracottas ahead of the autumn season. Let's face it, in September every YouTuber will be starting to create their cozy content, but it'll still be really toasty, so you need to have outfits that give cozy vibes, cozy autumnal vibes, but at their core are still summery outfits. So there we go. That's unless I pull anything else out, that's all the bits I'm going to try on for now, the new bits. I've obviously got things that I've had in my wardrobe for many years and I'll be taking along with me as well. We're only going for 3 nights, so I think I've got quite a lot of options, but now to pack my swimwear, my gym wear, pyjamas, underwear, all of that jazz. So yeah, better download a few more Love Islands and then we'll get packing. Okay, I'm watching the recoupling. I've got a load of laundry going. I've really optimistically put on a bikini top and spun my hair up, but it's still cloudy. It's a really muggy day, but I now just need to do, I've set myself time blocks for this evening, 5 till 6 p.m. It's just gone 5 now. I'm gonna do a mad dash around the house and garden, just like not doing fun gardening jobs or fun house jobs, doing things to prepare the house and garden for us being away for Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 3 nights, 4 days. So first of all, I'm going to head into the garden and I'm going to do some harvesting. I grabbed some mange tout earlier when I was filming with Jake. I'm going to fill this tub with things from the garden and take it over to Lala so that she can eat them while we're away. Things like mange tout, courgettes, beans, you've just got to keep picking them and then they keep coming back. Surprise, surprise, I need to do some rose deadheading, so I'm going to listen to a podcast and blitz through that. And I also need to probably throw away many of the flowers in this house. I don't think they'll survive another 4 days. This bouquet, however, will do. This arrived today, a really lovely gift from a friend that we recently hosted at Strawtop Cottage. So just a really amazing bunch of flowers, so beautiful. I am going to take them over to Lala's so that she can enjoy them while we're away, but they should still be fresh when we get back. But how gorgeous, such a joyful bunch of flowers. I'm going to take her the sachet that they came with as well, the plant food, so that she can keep them alive, look after my plant babies while we're away. But yeah, I think the bouquets I've had in the house, I'm not sure they'll last while we're away, so unfortunately they're going to have to head to the compost. But anyway, let's go and do some harvesting. Okay, I've done loads of the roses by the greenhouse and these ones here and here, and I just want to show you the phlox are starting to bloom. These I'm sure will be in full bloom when we come back. They are such pretty little pink flowers and we have got so many of them this year. Very excitingly, I've got my first dahlia blooms. The pink pom-pom has come out and well, it's not fully out, but I still might pick it because with dahlias, the more you pick them, the more they'll grow. And you might be able to see this one, tragically, has been attacked by black fly. Look at that. Oh, that is disgusting. So we're just going to make up some fairy liquid formula to try to sort that out. This one is even worse and I feel like it has affected the head of the dahlia. If you guys know any proper little remedies for how to avoid black fly in the first place, luckily there's a ladybird here, so she's going to be eating some of them. This one over here, looking amazing, a little bit more bloomed, but its neighbour has got black fly. There's black fly on this one. on this one. God, it's so annoying. They're so close to being out en masse, but they're just getting attacked by black fly. So we're going to make up a little formula. Some of this salvia here is starting to go over, so seeing as we're about to go away, I'm happy to do a little bit of chopping. So I'm going to deadhead the salvia down to that kind of level, like I did during the Chelsea chop. And then when we're back from our trips, then we should have a whole new flush of salvia blooms. Lila's got her magic fairy liquid spray. So you're spraying it quite close to the aphids. Does that just tell them to bugger off?
Well, I'm just making sure that they are completely drowning in washing up.
Yeah. Pain in the butt.
My mum used to come out with the bowl, the washing up bowl, and just, if they were on the buds of the flowers, she'd just dibble dabble.
Oh,
that.
Like you do with a peony?
Yes.
Lovely.
So, fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed. Thank you for your remedy. Ooh, the bee is loving those little flowers over there. Right, I'm going to attack this bush next.
Failure.
Good evening, it is 8:20. I have now finished packing. Although I haven't done that last minute dash, you know, the laptop, the camera, the passport, my brace, things like that. But I think I'll do that in the morning. I just undid a little delivery, something that I ordered last week, and I thought I would set it up with you. I like to have my phone, this sounds really tragic, not even in my bag, like in my hands when I'm traveling. I feel like you always need a boarding pass or something. So this little duo I bought, and it's going to be like a little phone bracelet. So I thought we could set it up. I've still got this lovely floral case on my phone, and I think what you do is, how does this work? Okay, that's woven into the case, and then you can just clip on like so. Yay! And now I just have a little phone bracelet, so when I'm walking around, my phone is there, but I don't need to literally physically have it in my hand. And also if I accidentally drop it, then the bracelet catches it. I quite like the fact that it's got these little dangly bits which give it a bit of a jangle. It just, to me, makes me feel like my phone is more secure in my hand, and it's cute. It looks like I'm wearing a little bracelet. So there we go, technology is safe and secure. Also, I do find that having this, like I have on my camera, helps me to find my phone in my handbag. So there we go. But anyway, I am going to bid you good night. Thank you for joining me for this one-day vlog. Quite manically shooting things, having a bit of a deep chat with you earlier, and getting ready for the holiday. Dress is work trip, not holiday. Dress is ready to go in the morning. We're setting our alarm for 3:30. So that's why we're going to bed at 8:20. So thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one, which will be our holiday work trip. Good night.